Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I am so excited. I get so happy when I'm getting ready to unbox a new knife and share with you guys and gals, and it's a new Petrified fish, and it's a budget one, baby. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get in here. This is like 32, 33 bucks, so we're in the ballpark now, and I have some good budget ones to share with you that are going to be coming up here left and right on the channel. And speaking of channel, thank you subscribers, thank you patrons, and thank you channel members. You guys are all freaking amazing. So this is what you get in the box. I got an orange one. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna break out of the norm and get an orange one. It comes with a nice cloth, very nice cloth, and let's get in it. This is the PF878 wing. Oh, okay, all right. It has the little zippy lock. I'm gonna try not to mess up the zippy lock. Ooh, man, it feels solid. You ready? Pow, right in the kisser. Check it out. Would you look at it? Look at it in all its oranginess. Wow, that is pretty sweet looking. Man, some big old jimps. Nice jimping going on. So here's this side. And here's the back side. Here's the top. And it's centered. Ooh, yeah, nice. This is going to be a work knife. I already know. Just from looking at the pictures, I know this is going to be a work knife. Here's a look along at the back. Yeah, no sharp edges. Oh, yeah. You ready to see this blade? Pow, right in the kisser. Oh, mama. Now, a lot of you like the bigger blades. I think this one's going to make you happy. And I have a feeling the ergos are going to be really nice on this one, too. These run, you can get them black, gray, or orange, obviously. And they run like $32.99. And I will have links in the description to every knife you see on the channel. And we're going to break this apart. We're going to take it down. We're going to disassemble it. So you'll see what it looks like on the inside here in just a minute. Let's get to the weight and then we'll get up all nice and close up personal. Boy, this feels just like the Manic. Manic's 2. I'm going to go with 5 even. And it is 4.93. Yes. Really? Come on, I'm on a roll. Here's your specs in less than 60 seconds. From tip to tip, we're 8.69 inches. You have a drop point blade with D2 steel, really nice looking satin finish. Your total blade length's 3.63 inches, and the sharpened blade length is exactly the same. Your blade width is 1.02 inches. Your blade stock thickness is 165 thousandths of an inch, and you're behind the edge, you go from 19 and it trails up to 14 thousandths of an inch. Your handle material is G10 with some nice texture. We'll give you some texture vision in a second. Your close length from tip to tip is 5.03 inches. Your handle width is 1.1 inches. Close is 1.16. Your handle thickness is 0.63 inches. You have a flipper to open it. Ceramic bearings right inside. We're going to see them in a minute. It's a liner lock. You have T8 and the pivot T6 everywhere else. David Chen is the designer, and this is a model PF878. Let's see what the edge does to some paper. Ooh, did you hear that? Oh, mama. Yeah, it's got an edge for days. And since we're zoomed in, let's go ahead and go from one end to the other. Ooh, look at that grind. Really nice. And man, it has, for the grammar police, it has a very nice grind on the edge. And the primary bevel is very nice. Nice looking swedge. Check that out. And the tip, strong tip. You're not going to break that off easy. I mean, don't go prying up, bricks and stuff with it. Very nice and clean. This jimping, it has, why am I saying that tonight? It has, or this morning, or whenever you're watching this, it has pretty aggressive jimping. We'll check that out here in just a second. Look at that, no billboarding on the blade. Yeah, and plenty of room to sharpen before we get to the plunge grind, which is way up here. So we're good on that. There's your PF. And texture vision on this side. See if we can get you a little bit of shadowing. See if you can get in there. Now the texturing, it feels good. There we go. See, it has the vertical lines running along with the knife. It gives really nice grip. I like the texture. I'm liking the texture vision. And I noticed the other side is a little darker. There you have a nice big lanyard hole for your lanyard lubbers and a G10 backspacer with some, it's a little bit grippy going on. A little bit of grippage. And here's this side, complete with fingerprints. Look at that. No billboarding. The only place is right there for your 878 with the D2. And there you go. Now you can see that texture. Look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Very nice. And there's your pocket clip. This is a different looking pocket clip, but this is a work knife. And we'll see what it looks like on the inside here in just a second. But this is a work knife. On my work knives, I prefer it not be deep carry. That way I can get it in and out of the pocket. When it's not deep carry, or when it is deep carry and I'm getting it in and out of my pocket a lot, it's kind of a pain. So this I'm definitely going to prefer. Let's see what it feels like going in and out of the pocket. Oh yeah, this clip works very well, and it's nice and strong. It doesn't look like a strong clip, but it is. It is sturdy. Man, does she fly out with authority. So left and right, we're good. Up and down, we're good. Matter of fact, left and right, 1 out of 10. I would give it a 1 because I could detect just a little bit of something going on right there. And let's see what our lockup's looking like. The lockup, you can't account for the corner here because there's a little bevel. So if you look, say, oh, easy 30, 35%. It just doesn't appear like it until you move this liner to the side and see how much of the tang is actually being covered. So that's pretty nice. And are we centered? Yes, we are centered. We'll do some quick size comparisons for you. Here's the QSP Penguin in my right hand. It's a little thicker than the Penguin. And here's the Penguin laying next to it, and the Kubi Darkness. Check that out. The Penguin, if you have a Penguin, you already know my story. I always say, get a Penguin. Well, if anything, you know this is going to be a full-size work knife. And we'll run through just a few here. The PF878, I absolutely love this one. This is the one that I had it when I opened up the box, even though I didn't use this one. But this one is awesome. And how about the Spyderco Tenacious? There we go. Look at that full-size handle. Man, you're going to have grip for days. And the KIZER Towser K. Oh, yeah. You know I love that one. And how about the Civivi Cogent? Look at that. Longer than all of them. Now, blade length, yeah. Okay, a couple more. The Rake P801. How about that? Pow. And the CJRB Feldspar, which is the same as the button lock Feldspar. I'm not sure if those are back in stock yet or not. And then one more that I was curious. This is the PF949. This is the one that I figured it would be closest to. So here's the PF949 and the 878. Very similar blade shapes. Now this one has more of a choil going on, but just about this new one has a little bit more belly. But you have about the same blade length. And how about handle? Yeah, look at that. I mean, the handles, this one has handle. If you have an extra large hand, you're going to be happy with this handle. Finally, let's check out the action and the ergo. Speaking of action, a call for action. If you haven't subscribed, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button right next to it. And then make sure you hit all. That way you don't forget and you don't miss what's coming up on Beez Blades. Now, let's see how it does on the push button. Pow, right in the kisser. Nice pass through. And look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Show wing. Oh, yeah. You give it a little bit of, oh, yeah. Here, check this out. I'm getting excited. Listen. Has that nice tink. Comes flying out. Very nice. Very nice. The pass-through is pretty good. I could go for a little bit more pass-through, but I'm not having to dig my thumb. I'm not having to use my fingernail. Just the side of my thumb is getting it, but barely. I would use just a little more pass-through or maybe a little bit of jimping on there just so I don't have to think about it. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. How about left-handed? What are we looking like left-handed? Oh, yeah, it's comfortable. It's comfortable. Nice flipping action. How about the detent? Oh, yeah, super strong detent. For ergos, my hand from here to here is 4 inches, from here to here is 3.5, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger, 7.25. And how we looking? Oh yeah, we're looking good. Oh man, we've got handle for days. All you guys out there with the big sausage fingers, you're gonna have it made in the shade. This is such a work knife. I knew it was gonna be a work knife. It feels so solid. Now, am I getting any hot spots? Not really. I'm not feeling any hot spots yet. So here's the classic grip. Very comfortable in the hand. My thumb just falls right past that spot where the jimping is. And if I get back here, look at this. I have room. This is comfortable how it feels my hand. Look how ergonomic that is. Very ergonomic. I like that. And this jimping, good jimping. It's semi-aggressive. I mean, it's a little aggressive. You're definitely going to have a great grip. This would also be a good knife to use if you had gloves on. Oh my goodness, I could just so see ripping into bags of mulch, and the grip is just fantastic. And look at that, I'm not used to having that much handle sticking out. Yeah, that's really good. Oh man, take a look. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, look at this. I'm really liking, I'm digging this what do you call that? Texture. Gotta love the texture. That G10 has a really nice texture. It's giving me a great grip on it. The hammer grip is very comfortable. I mean, you could get it, when you're holding it up here, you're pretty close. You're pretty close. I mean, you could do a little bit of this choking up. That wouldn't be too bad. But push cutting all day long. And this is a pretty slicey blade. The geometry is not too shabby, and especially behind the edge. I was impressed. For a shorter blade, I think it's just because it's longer. It does have some room to travel before it gets down to behind the edge and gets really nice and thin. I was impressed by that. But the action, the ergos are really good. This is how far you get to break to the D10. So that's a little farther than I'm used to. Or then, no, I won't say that. It's a little farther than I expect. But if you let it drop to your thumb, yeah, you're good to go. Tell you what, let's take it apart and then we'll come back for final thoughts. All right, let's get in here and see what she looks like. Ooh, yes, I love it when I know I'm not going to have a spinning pivot. That makes me very, very happy, very happy. And the pivot came out very nicely. And this is the time to tell you, if you're newer to the channel, don't forget Friday nights, Beez Blades live at the Hive. All right, every Friday night from 8:15 to 11:15 p.m. And here is your pivot. Nice and clean, your pivot screw, nice and clean. Definitely join us for the live streams. And every knife that you saw in this video and you see in my videos, I always put a link in the description. I have 10% discount codes from here to Kingdom Come. And you can get discounts to White Mountain Knives, Lancelot Leather, and on and on and on. They're all in the description, and all the equipment and things that I use to disassemble the knives, including KPL knife pivot lube, all that good stuff is all in the description of the video. And if you don't know how to find the description and all of those things that are linked, you can send me an email, beezblades@gmail.com, and I'll tell you how to get to it. It's very simple once you know how to do it. So here's the pocket clip, came off really nice and easy. And let's take this one more doodad out here. Actually, these aren't doodads. These are screws. And it looks like, I don't know if you could say there's any thread locker on there or not. I wouldn't say so. So it came apart really easy. And I shouldn't jinx it. I know better than to say something like that. Oh, there we go. There we go. So there's your scale. And I just have a piece of cloth with some rubbing alcohol on it because the rubbing alcohol dries right off. And that's what it looks like on this side. Just a little dusty. A little dusty. I'm going to open up the blade and see how easy this dude pops off. Let's see. Are you going to... Oh, it feels like it is on there. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I'm just going to wiggle it just a little bit. There we go. So there's that side. We'll clean that off here in a second. And there's your ceramic ball bearings. Are those ceramic? Those look a little shiny. Those might be steel. I might have to double check. Here's your detent hole, and there's your detent track going on. And you can see that the ball bearings, the open side of the bearings is facing in towards the blade. That's what the open side looks like. And we're going to clean them off here. And look at that D-shaped pivot, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So let's get this, get the bearing off of there. Get that bearing off of there. We'll take the pivot out. Yeah. So there's your whole knife. I mean, just like that. And we'll double check. Oh, look at that. They are not ceramic. Those are steel bearings because they're definitely magnetic. Where did it go? I just flung it somewhere. Oh, it's sticking to my hand. I got worried there for a second. Yep, definitely steel. Huh, I'll be darned. I thought for sure it said ceramic. See, that's why I always check. So we'll just get everything cleaned off with a little bit of alcohol. But yeah, if you're new to Beez Blades, definitely come check us out on Friday nights at the Live in the Hive. We have so much fun. We talk about knives and everything. I mean, it's a bunch of people. It's the friendliest group, the friendliest bunch of people you'll ever meet. It will surprise you. You'll be like, wow, these people are really cool. They're not judgmental. They help each other. We talk about everything. I mean, you name it. You bring up a subject. I don't care if it's Pop-Tarts. We'll get to talking about it, and I'll say, oh yeah, knives. Here's the knife, and then we'll go back to something fun or adulting. Definitely get you some doodads. I have links to these in the description too, where you can get a bunch for really, really cheap. And these things are great for use with all kinds of stuff. And this dude is cleaning up really easy. And where's the wet spot? And I know some of you just thought of that old high school joke, so I'm not even going to go there. Clean it off. It's looking really good. You can see pow, 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 all milled out. Milled out on this side too. A little bit more pow, pow, pow. And I am looking forward to this weekend. I always look forward to the live streams, but this weekend's going to be a special one. Just saying. And if you've been in the Beez Hive, you know what I'm talking about already. It's going to be something special. All right. So here's my D-shaped pivot. I'm just going to kind of face it that direction because you can see when we put this back on, the D is going to match up with the D. Say what? All right. So I'm going to give me a little bit of KPL. This is KPL. KPL stands for knife pivot lube, by the way. I had someone, I don't know, 1 or 2 videos ago that was like, oh, that's what that stands for. And sometimes I don't say it. So KPL is knife pivot lube. So I'm just going to put some around the base here. Are we focused? Make sure we're focused. I'm just going to put some all the way around the base and then all the way around the pivot. There we go. Very nice. And then put this dude on there and just get a little bit more. Yeah, so summertime, right now, depending on when you're watching this, you might be watching this a year from now. And you'd be like, summer, it's the middle of winter. What are you talking about, dude? And I'm ready to do fishing and camping and having all kinds of fun. I'm putting a little bit of more KPL on here. And a little bit on this side. Get it all nice and looby-doobed up. Now, I'm going to get some KPL heavy. KPL heavy, knife pivot lube heavy. A little hot and heavy. Yeah. And if it's morning and you're watching this with your cup of coffee, good morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if it's lunchtime, what are you eating for lunch? People always tell me, if you don't really have anything to say about the knife, you support the channel by making a comment. That's what supports the channel. If you don't monetarily support the channel, that is a way you can support the channel. So I put a little KPL heavy in here, and then I'm going to follow this line. Go all the way around, just like that. Just put a little bit, little dabble do ya. See there? That's all I need. All I need. She's going back together very nicely. And put that dude in there, and make sure I put my, okay, just make it, you guys definitely fact check or spot check me if I don't put, and here's your stop pin. You can see it slides right there. You guys will definitely check me if I don't put the, what do you call them? The bearings back in where they go, or the right direction. And, that's debatable whether there's a correct direction or not. I'm not sure that it makes a whole lot of difference. Some folks think it does. I've had a couple knives where I would swear that it did make a difference. But I don't know. I'm going to push that dude down in there. Oh, you know what? Ooh, I know somebody was screaming at me. Like, dude, you almost forgot your backspacer. There we go. There we go. Now, let's put this guy on here and line it up. Can you see what we're doing here? You smell what I'm stepping in? All right. Now, let's see what I missed. It seems to have lined right back up very nicely. Let's see how it feels. Yeah, I think we are good to go. I think we're good to go. Put her back together. Certainly, it could not. Do I have it pushed all the way in? Yeah, I think I do. I'm going to go ahead and put my pivot in here. The old pivot. And yeah, the whole thing with the thumbs up, that really does make a difference. When you hit the thumbs up and you make a comment, it lets YouTube know that, hey, other people that like knives might want to see it. And that's how we get new people in the knife community, is by you helping push the algorithm. And the algorithm is making comments and hitting the thumbs up, or hit the thumbs down if you don't like it. I know some folks think I have too much energy, or I get on their nerves, or I talk too fast. And my response to that is, hey, there's a little cogwheel at the top. You can just tap that and you can slow the video down, and it might be just right. And I have had a few people that said, oh, that's just right, thanks. And they went from hating my speed to, hey, that's not too bad. It's all good, I am, you can give me your opinions. I am thick-skinned. It's quite all right. Don't mind at all. All right, so I have all the screws back in. How does it, oh man, it feels good. Wow. It's rock solid, and it operates even smoother than it did before. Can I even loosen that up just a hair? Just a dull hair? Let's see. Are we still good? Still solid? Oh my goodness, let's go to the big screen. And we're back. So the Petrified Fish Wing, what do you think about it? Well, I know me, I think this is gonna be a great work knife. The PF878 Wing, the only couple things, if I was nitpicky, is the detent's a tad late before it breaks. And then I'm a sucker for really easy pass through. Yeah, I do have to put my finger in there, but it's not uncomfortable. Those are the only two of the only things that I can really pick out. Other than that, it has great ergos. I mean, you're going to be able to, you could do some, a little utility action. You might have to raise up just a tad, just a little bit, because the tip is just a little bit above the pivot. But other than that, man, this thing is comfortable. It's going to be a great work knife. And when I go out and work in the yard, I always grab one that I can pull out of my pocket easy. This is going to be one in and out of the pocket really easy because, yeah, you can grab it. If you have gloves on and you have a deep carry clip, you're not going to be able to pull it out of your pocket that easy unless you have floppy pockets. Do you have floppy pockets? But let me know what you think about it. I like it. I think it's definitely worth, what was it, 33 bucks? I think it's definitely worth it. But if you don't have an opinion, or you do have an opinion, let me know in the comments. And until I see you again, or see you in the live streams or the chats, remember to live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.